Once you have downloaded MultiPlay from the Google Drive to your desktop, you're going to have a folder that says MultiPlay Beta, whatever number it is. This one's 176. And if you double click, you'll see that there is an application in there that says MultiPlay. And there is also a folder then that has all of the drivers that are necessary in order to be able to run MultiPlay. The application and the drivers must stay within the same folder. It needs to know where to go to get the drivers that it needs. In order to start MultiPlay, all you have to do is double click on it and it will open MultiPlay. And so here's MultiPlay. We will talk a little bit about the parts of MultiPlay, and if you've used any program ever, you should be familiar with the pull down menus that are across the top, right? File allows you to save a production or to open a production, to start a new production, and then there are some other options that are here, including exit the program. Right? Edit allows you to cut, copy, and paste cues, right? As well as undo. So Control Z will undo something if you accidentally delete something or make a change that you don't want to keep, right? The view primarily controls counters and hot button lists, and everything that's checked here correspond to this playback area. So under view, I could turn off cue controls if I want and leave just the go, stop, fade, all, right? Tools are pretty negligible. I don't know that there's anything in the tools menu that you're going to need at this point. You may want to look for some file registrations, but tools are there when we need them. And the help menu is almost non-existent. This is a beta version of it, and the software is really not in continuous development, so I will tell you that the help menu is not very helpful. Below the pull down menus is what's known as the toolbar, and we have some quick access to things. Open existing, save production, production properties, preferences. So we have some quick reference icons that are here. And then as we move across, these are all of the types of cues that can be inserted into a show. There are really only there's two primary types of cues that we're going to use. One is going to be to insert audio, and if you hover over this black note here, you'll see that it says in text, insert an audio cue. The red one next to that says insert an empty audio cue, at which point you'll have to find whatever file it is that you want to have play. So I suggest that you just go ahead and insert an audio cue, and we'll go over this more in a few moments. Right? And then the second kind of cue that we use is going to be a control cue. Control cues manipulate cues that are already playing. There are ways to do fades, to do pans, change pitch, to stop cues. Control cues manipulate things that are already running, right? So this is our toolbar. And to the left over here, you'll see our playback section. Obviously a big giant go button. Your space bar also acts as go. So if you press the space bar, you will play a cue. Stop all stops all playback. If you have multiple cues that are playing, it will just stop them all. This can also be accomplished with the escape key. Fade all is just a way to get out of all your cues a little more gently. But the go, stop all, and fade all, go is again from spacebar, stop all, the escape key, and then fade all. This big giant area over here is where our show is going to be displayed. This is where our cue list is going to be, and we're going to be adding sound files and then manipulating them. And then this is how we're going to actually build and program and play back our show, right? So the playback area, the playback area over here with go, stop, all, our cue list that's in this big giant area, our toolbar across where we're able to insert cues and also save and reference properties, and then our pull down menu as needed. And so that's an introduction to the outline or the layout of MultiPlay.